Hi there, this is Nana, or aka the Black Shadow,
Black Shadow.
on GHQ Tie, here reviewing Victor Rush to Victory,
Because Nova Grappler.
because Nova Grapplers are the best clan in the game, obviously,
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
This just an overview of the deck. This deck is for you reckless lot. You don't have to think too much about it. It's all based around restanding your rear guards, and then gaining effects depending on what granted said effect. So
Power and multiple attacks.
yeah, pretty much.
So
there are
Nova Grappler, yeah?
yeah, Nova Grappler. You do have to be careful. Some of these cards only grant power per battle. Some of them do grant power till end of turn. So you can stack those for massive damage. To start with, we've
We
got
all know the starter.
yeah, all
Because
those
it's the main one.
yeah, Rumpole. It's actually a lot like almost every other Nova Grappler starter for
It's
about
Riot Horn.
3 years.
Stand.
It's Riot Horn.
Yeah.
It's Death Army Pawn, pretty much.
That just sound like porn there, not
Yeah.
porn.
Yeah.
Same word. Forerunner,
Yeah.
GB1, it restands. This almost every card in this attack deck is Generation Break,
Yeah.
apart from
The
Break
crit.
Pass.
Yeah.
So we've got Forerunner.
And next,
You want to pull that back to the right mostly. Next one is
Hold on, give me the 4 crits.
yep.
Because you give me all, I can just.
Okay.
Specific Victor crits.
Yep.
Yep. 4 of
Specific
them.
Headstrong Break Pass. And this one is Soul Charge, draw 1, 5,000 power to the Vanguard.
Yep.
We got your 4 Sexy Energy Golems.
Of course, who doesn't want to?
Yeah, Robot.
She works in any.
She works
Nova
at any
Grappler deck.
ringside
Yep.
or Nova Grappler deck
Yep.
at your convenience,
Yep.
but not a Russian bride.
Hashtag ignore him.
she's your stand trigger of choice. She boosts, she stand stuff, and then she spins back to deck and shuffle. All these have a use apart from the heal.
Yeah,
Our
it's
next
GB1.
is a Perfect Referee.
299.
How do you get a referee perfect?
Perfect.
Because
Yeah.
it's 299.
It's $2.99, not 3, but $2.99.
Yeah, you know it's a good deal with
I love how,
299.
I love how it says 2.99 there, but on its actual face it says 2.93.
Yeah,
It's a bit.
I know.
Almost.
It's brilliant.
Almost.
Yeah.
I think he's on clearance.
Yeah.
Clearance. All right. That one is
Once per turn.
once per turn. It's one of those cards. You pay the cost by saying, "I pay the cost."
It has 0 cost basically.
Which is
Yeah.
brilliant, 0 cost, and then you shove it back in your deck, and gives something rush. Now, one thing I want to explain about rush, because I was extremely confused. Rush doesn't give you power; it only gives the card power when it stands. So that you spin back to deck, and it grants any other unit whenever that unit restands and
Yeah.
attacks a Vanguard, it gains 5,000 power for that battle. This is one of those cards that is battle only instead of end
Yeah.
of turn.
It's weird. I hate.
Then we got Ringo.
4 generic heals.
4 generic heals.
Because we always like the ones we're in the ring.
This is inside the ring. Energy girls for outside.
All things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we move on to our great ones. We've got our Irashid, which is our Strider. Now, clarify, per the text, I think you do actually have to call this one.
You call it to rear guard.
and
You
then you
choose a grade
reveal.
3 from hand. Reveal it.
Reveal it, and then you discard any card in your hand and
Yeah.
get a Victor to your hand.
Basic
from there.
Strider text.
Yeah.
Strider, Strider,
Or
7k.
discard it and it gains 2 levels.
Maliki, probably the best grade 1 in a Nova Grappler deck I've ever seen,
I'd argue that.
personally. Kont, Generation Break 1. You need a Victor Victor in the name of your Vanguard, but it's fantastic. Whenever a unit restands, you give that column it's in. You choose two units and give that 4,000 power,
Yeah.
which is
Turn.
fantastic. Fantastic. 8 grand to that column, which is
Totally
amazing.
didn't sneak in from D, please.
Yeah. We've
That's for them.
got our Headstrong, which is our perfect guard. Also fantastic. You've got a copy of itself in the drop zone. Counterblast 1. and grant another unit on the field 10k shield, and move that unit also to the guard circle for a different attack. So you got your Crystal Devil, you got your Victor, maybe rear guard. You can give your grade 3s 10k shield.
Or a grade 1 to make it
Or
15.
grade, yeah, for 15.
Or give it to a grade 0 to make it 20.
20, yeah. Either way.
Shame you can't give it to G guards.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Final wrench, our standard other grade 1 that gives, if a unit in its column stands, it gives that unit 4,000 power.
So it's good with a re-standing stride.
Yeah, good with a restanding stride, good with a stride, good on the side too, because most
Yeah.
of your strides will stand other stuff.
Yeah.
And
We're on to grade 2s now.
on to grade 2, Arbor Rail.
Which totally isn't a name for all the
This is
feathers.
only fair to do.
Yeah. And we will see. This is one of the more complex ones. It's Cannon Blast, Soul Blast 1.
When it's placed on rearguard, if
Yep.
you have a Vanguard or Victor in its card name, you pay the cost. If you do,
Yep.
on turn, this unit gains 2,000 power. And once per turn, when it's on rearguard, when your unit attacks a Vanguard, choose one of your other rearguard to restand it,
Yep.
and that unit gains 5,000 power until turn.
Yep.
I
See what I mean? This deck is a far more nuanced. I prefer Death Army, where you just rest everything and power up Cosmo. But you know, this is what we do. Next one
It
is.
needs more support, Death Army do.
It did. They're not gonna get it.
No, just
Sazanda
Make Death Army great again.
again, yeah, easily.
They need a stride. No.
Well.
Okay, God,
Anyway.
that'd be bastard.
That'd be no. Just I could get up to 50k easy with Death Army back in the day. Plus,
Extreme Battler.
Sazanda. This is our box standard. This is the card you want around so that when it stands, it gains 5,000 power.
And that's not once per turn either.
That's not once per turn that you can just
Sazanda is so
keep
busted.
Yeah.
keep restanding that. You pair that off Crystal Devil, which we'll get to later, and that is insane.
And Call Hank and all that.
And this is Nova Grappler's version of Silent Call.
Just because of name.
That's because of name, not effect. But Cool Hank. We've got Hazard Bob. We've got all the cool. Nova Grappler's got all the cool guys. Hazard Bob, Cool Hank, Humpty Dumpty. But Cool Hank attacks and it's boosted. GB1, Cannon Blast 1, stand something else, give it 5,000 power. Simple, useful.
And that
Now,
kind great. Once per turn.
grade 3, once per turn. We got Victor, Extreme Battler. This is our headliner.
Yep.
Has a stride ability, but GB2 when attacks a Vanguard, power itself up,
And restand one
and
year.
we stand one unit. Stride
Against 5,000.
gains 5,000 power. Cannon Blast 1, we start the unit for
Yep.
that stride attack. And last 4, Crystal Devil. Which is because amazing flavor text. You know the skull is proves righteousness or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Skull is proof of
righteousness.
It's the face of Garrett from Indiana Jones, the
Yeah,
Crystal
pretty
Skull.
much.
pretty much when it's ridden, pay cost, soul blast 1, count blast 1, I believe. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and grants 2,000 power. Restand Vanguard when attack.
What they should do is make an entire Nova Grappler deck around Crystal Skulls.
Crystals. That
That'd
would
be
be.
amazing.
It's like an Indiana Jones system.
Yeah.
And then we get
Would be freaking amazing.
our G Zone, which I've seen better G Gods blue, Super Righteous Human blue, but that's still pretty amazing.
Well, I don't think you've got any
Blue.
until next set.
That's still pretty amazing
No, the next
when you've got
set's pretty good.
Yeah.
equal to or more damage. The extra effect is against 5k shield.
Yeah.
Like it.
20k
And
shields, good.
yeah, I feel like this stride tree brute,
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call it,
There's only 2 of them.
is it's not really in the theme of Nova Grappler in my opinion. This one, when it attacks, grant 2,000 power to a rear guard and retire something that is equal or less power on your opponent's
When
side.
you stand, when
When
you
you
regard stand, do it to an
Stand.
effect.
Yeah,
It's decent.
it's decent, but I don't feel like it's in the theme of an overgraph. There's, I think, one other card that's like a grade 2 for bestiality that does that.
But it's okay, because
Yeah.
soon you'll have the new Victor to replace it with.
It's fine. You might want to consider striding that one first, actually, because your other strides, we'll get to in a minute, Plasma, for example, have a condition on their effect where you need at least GB2. You need at least 2 other cards face up in your G
or
zone
the Vanguard.
for their effect to kick off. You can counterblast 2.
Basically,
So you flip up
Basically,
another
just have
one.
it second ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you
Second.
G-guard first, it's yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this one, when you 2 other cards face up in your G zone, specifically, it can't just be on your. It's not GB. It's not generation break. It has to be in your G zone face up. You can discard 2, drive check -1. It's restander.
So it's
Stands
a
itself.
grappler.
Yeah, Nova Grappler. It's got a long, long text. Now, we're almost done.
Everyone knows what it does anyway. So.
Yeah. Meteor Kaiser, Victor. This one I used to stride first, but you know it's between this or Tribute. When it attacks, you automatically flip up a copy of itself in the G zone. So as
It's
soon
an
as you
active
stride
ability.
it, pretty much you got GB2, even if you haven't G guarded.
That's
Yeah,
kind of the point of
you
it.
act first, then
Yeah,
does it?
but it does have a GB3 ability, which is amazing. Attacks
Yeah.
and hits, you restand. It's GB3 when it attacks, restand another one.
Choose one of your rear guards
That's-
against 5,000 power
Yeah.
and
Yep,
stand.
instead, which is great.
I do like its artwork though.
Bastardo.
And we all know
busted.
what this one does.
Well, no,
It's a restanding Vanguard again.
yeah. Yep, it's
Oh,
a
hey,
rest-
look, that's a surprise.
Oh look! If it stands more than it stands 2 or more with its effect, which is when there's copies of it, restand the number of copies in your G zone.
So
If it
I'm going to
stands 2 or
restand
more,
3.
I'm gonna restand -1 drive check. And yep,
It's -2 drive check.
oh yeah,
When it
-2
restands.
Yeah, drive check. So
Still get 4 out.
4
Yeah,
total.
drive
Yeah.
check.
And that is Victor Rush to Victory. Pretty much. Hope you enjoyed it. You should go out and buy it. Support the channel, like, subscribe, and comment.
Yeah. Any questions?
Any
Feel
questions?
Free to PM on Facebook.
Direct.
/ whatever.
Yeah. Make sure to add Ty, not me, on Facebook. So I'm not interested in you.
Actually, add him. Add him.
No. Okay.
Come on, add him. Anyway, like,
Anyway.
comment and subscribe. Happy gaming.
Happy gaming.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.